Welcome to the channel, everybody. Today we're diving deep into a serious issue plaguing Benin City, the heartbeat of Edo State, Nigeria cult clashes. We're counting down the top 10 most deadly areas in Benin City where these so-called cult clashes are sadly an everyday reality. Let's go. We begin our journey in Upper Sakpomba, a place that was once a lively hub of activity filled with the sights and sounds of everyday life. Now, it echoes with the chilling silence of fear. This neighborhood, once known for its vibrant markets and close-knit community, has become synonymous with cult violence. Gun battles erupt in broad daylight, and the streets are stained with the blood of innocent lives lost. Businesses are closing down, unable to operate under the constant threat of violence. Families are being torn apart as people flee their homes in search of safety. But amidst the chaos, a glimmer of hope remains. There are residents in Upper Sakpomba who refuse to be held hostage by fear. We move on to New Benin, the commercial heart of the city. Even in a place where money is supposed to talk, the sound of gunshots often drowns out the noise of the marketplace. New Benin is a stark reminder that cult violence knows no boundaries. When these clashes erupt, the consequences are felt by everyone. Imagine this. You're a market vendor setting up your stall early in the morning hoping for a good day's business. Suddenly, gunshots ring out. People are running, screaming, diving for cover. The economic impact of these clashes is devastating, but amidst the fear and uncertainty, there are glimmers of hope. There are business owners who refuse to be intimidated, community leaders working to mediate peace. Our journey takes a somber turn as we arrive at Echenan Road, home to several educational institutions. Sadly, that's not the case in Echenan Road. This area, once a symbol of hope and promise, has become a hunting ground for cults looking to recruit new members. The presence of these groups casts a dark shadow over the entire educational experience in Echenan Road. Students live in constant fear, worried about being caught in the crossfire of rival gangs or worse, being pressured into joining their ranks. But amidst the fear and uncertainty, there are stories of resilience. There are teachers who go above and beyond to protect their students. We arrive at Ikoba Hill, a sprawling residential area that has become a battleground for rival cult groups. Imagine a place where the streets are carved up like slices of a pie, each controlled by a different faction. For residents of Ikoba Hill, every day is a gamble. Leaving their homes means risking their lives. The violence in Ikoba Hill is not just about territory, it's about power, control, and the misguided belief that respect is earned through fear and intimidation. It's a vicious cycle that traps young people in a life of crime and violence. But even in the darkest of times, there are glimmers of hope. There are community leaders working tirelessly to broker peace. Our journey takes us to Aluku, the gateway to Benin City, a place that stands as a threshold between dreams and harsh realities. It's a place where travelers arrive with hopes and dreams, eager to experience all that this vibrant city has to offer. The streets are filled with the buzz of activity, the air thick with anticipation and the promise of new beginnings. But for many residents of Aluku, the reality is far different. Their daily lives are overshadowed by a constant sense of unease and trepidation. They live in the shadow of fear, trapped in a community held hostage by cult violence. The tension is palpable and the fear is a constant companion. The strategic location of this area, a major transit point for people and goods, makes it a prime target for cults vying for control and influence. This crossroads of commerce and travel has become a battleground. The violence spills over into the streets, disrupting daily life and instilling fear in the hearts of residents. Markets that once bustled with activity now echo with the sounds of conflict and chaos. But Aluku is more than just a battleground for rival gangs. It's a place where the spirit of the community still strives to shine through the darkness. It's a community filled with hard-working people, families striving for a better future. Despite the challenges, they continue to hope, to work, and to dream of a day when peace will return to their streets. To Chapter 7, Aduawa, where darkness falls early. Aduawa, you see, is not just a neighborhood, it's a hideout, a haven for those who operate under the cover of darkness. Here, the shadows are not just a part of the night, they are a way of life, a cloak for those who wish to remain unseen. Imagine a place where the silence of the night is shattered by the deafening roar of gunfire. The tranquility that once was is now replaced by chaos and fear, a constant reminder of the dangers lurking in the dark. The secluded nature of this area, with its labyrinthine alleyways and abandoned buildings, makes it the perfect spot for these groups to conduct their illicit activities. These hidden corners and forgotten structures provide the ideal cover for their operations, away from prying eyes. But amidst the darkness, there are whispers of resistance. These whispers grow louder each day as more and more residents find the courage to stand up against the oppression. There are residents who refuse to be cowed by fear, who dream of a day when their children can play outside without fear. They hold on to hope, believing that change is possible, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Aduawa is a stark reminder that the fight against cult violence is not just about tackling the symptoms, it's about addressing the root causes. It's about understanding the socio-economic factors that drive individuals into the arms of these groups and finding sustainable solutions to break the cycle of violence. Our journey takes us to Orbeni, a community caught in the crosshairs of Benin City's cult crisis. This area, strategically located near major transit routes, has become a hotbed for gang activity. It's a place where rival groups clash over territory, where the transportation of illegal goods and weapons fuels the cycle of violence. For the residents of Orbeni, the constant movement, the hustle and bustle provide little comfort. The fear is palpable, a constant companion. But Orbeni is more than just a transit point, more than just a statistic in Benin City's crime reports. It's a community with a rich history, a place where families have built their lives. Our journey takes us to Ugbowo, home to the prestigious University of Benin, a beacon of knowledge and hope for many young Nigerians. Sadly, Ugbowo stands as a stark reminder that this crisis knows no boundaries. Imagine this. You're a student arriving at university with dreams of a brighter future. But instead of finding a haven for learning, you're thrust into a world where violence lurks in the shadows. Here, student cult groups, often extensions of larger gangs operating outside the university walls, clash over territory, influence, and the misguided notion of respect. The presence of these groups casts a dark cloud over the entire university experience. But Ugbowo is more than just a statistic, more than just another battleground in Nigeria's ongoing struggle with cult violence. Our final stop takes us to Ogida, a community that has witnessed a heartbreaking transformation. Once a peaceful residential area known for its close-knit community and tranquil atmosphere, Ogida has fallen victim to the encroaching shadow of cult violence. Imagine this. You're a resident of Ogida, returning home after a long day's work. But as you approach your street, you're met with a scene of chaos and fear. The rise in killings, robberies, and general lawlessness has left residents living in a perpetual state of fear and uncertainty. The story of Ogida is a cautionary tale, a reminder that no community is immune to the scourge of cult violence. But even in the face of such adversity, the spirit of Ogida remains unbroken. As we conclude our journey through Benin City's most dangerous areas, one thing is clear. The prevalence of cultism is a festering wound on this vibrant city. It's not just about the statistics, the terrifying headlines, or the no-go zones. It's about the human cost, the shattered dreams, the families torn apart, and the potential extinguished by senseless violence. To the youth of Benin City, I say this: understand that cultism offers no future, only a dark and dangerous dead end. Benin City is at a crossroads. Let's choose life over violence, hope over fear, and together reclaim the soul of Benin City. You may not see us again. Please follow, like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel on all